started off as friends, but now you're my heart. Ooh, I'm starting thinking my medicine, cause I need you, yeah. Say and J and say, yeah, you watching Say and J. We some stars like bathing Nate. Yeah, we get paid by vlogging days. Trip you out the Prada way. Yeah, you watching Say and J.
What's good, CJ fam? All right, you guys, so we have something very fun that we about to do today for y'all. So we've been seeing this challenge go around all over YouTube, and we was like, let's hop on.
Now, the only thing about us is we're not engaged and we're not married yet.
So pretty much, we just gonna be discussing over topics, and we are going to be both deciding independently whether or not we agree, disagree, strongly agree, or strongly disagree. And yeah, and we gotta be full out honest. Can't sugarcoat nothing.
We might be going back and forth with our opinions.
Oh baby, this might get heated up in here.
It might get a little heated.
But we gotta go ahead and start, you guys. We're probably gonna do like 12 questions. So my baby, he got some questions that he's gonna ask me. Well, not ask, but you
ask
know.
us as a whole.
Yeah, and then I got my questions. Before we get into this movie, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Turn the notice on if you are new to CJ fam. We would love to have you part of it. Period.
I'm ready to get into this. I really want to see what some of your answers is gonna be.
I'm ready to see what some of your answers gonna be.
Why you want to know what some of my answers?
Because just like how you want to know what my answer's gonna be. Yeah.
I just really want to pick your brain and see what your brain is.
You want to pick my brain, baby? Y'all, I'm good. Period.
So let's go ahead and get straight into it. First question.
Okay.
So for the first question, it says, good looks are better than a good personality while dating. I'm gonna have to disagree on that. I don't know if y'all see that, but it says disagree.
I say agree, y'all.
Now tell me why you agree.
I don't strongly agree, but I agree because, I feel like, for one, that is like one of the first things you look at when you see somebody is their appearance. You see, how they carry themselves, how they dress, how they, their eyes, they smile, everything. So
man, it's saying good looks. It's not saying what they got on and they dress attire.
No,
they're talking about their face card.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I got a question, CJ fam. Comment down below. What's the first thing y'all look at when y'all see a person? Y'all don't see their personality. Y'all see their, appearance. So I would say agree because I don't strongly agree with it, but first thing you look at is their appearance. Then you look at, how they act, what their character is like. So I agree.
I'm gonna disagree on that. Just for the simple fact that, for instance, if a good-looking girl, right, was to come up to me, you could sit there and be based off her face, but okay, she looks good. But we're talking about that first stage into talking and into getting to know somebody. I really gotta like your personality. You gotta have some type of a personality, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's millions of attractive people out here in this world. True. But what makes that other person different is, you know what I'm saying, the vibes and the time that y'all spend together. Do y'all match in certain things in qualifications? Just a personality all around. Like, you have to have somewhat of a personality in order for an actual relationship to even start or to last. That's what I think. That's why I disagree to it.
That's true, but I'm a
fire
back on you real quick.
Okay, what?
But how would that even occur if you have to go up to the person, you have to look at the person first. So
okay,
it's just like me. I'm pretty sure if I wasn't attracted to you, you would not come up to me.
That's
so
not
then
true.
you would not have tried to get to know me.
No, that's basically you saying if I have a type. Now I don't have a type, so if I was to see a female,
you don't gotta have a type to be attracted to somebody.
I'm saying though, this is my thing. You have to actually like. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain, but that's just how I feel about it as far as it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we can agree to disagree. Second question is, you can be friends with your ex. Baby.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree. If you friends with your ex, it's like, what?
And listen, they're an ex for a reason. They're in the past for a reason. You have a new boyfriend, new girlfriend. That should be completely cut all ties.
In the past. I agree with my baby. I agree that, if you ever had some type of intimacy or relationship with someone and you're still friends with them, like, why are you in a relationship right now then? In my opinion, I feel like, it just, that's risky right there. Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagreeing on that. Mm-hmm. It's okay to give in even if you're right.
Why you ain't on my answer? Go ahead.
I'm going with agree. Give an honest answer.
I'm giving an honest answer now. I'm gonna say agree too, mainly because I choose it because I mean sometimes agreeing to disagree, like what we just did with the first question, sometimes that's needed because
No, but they're saying like for instance if maybe we have a disagreement or even an argument, even though you're right, right?
Why are you doing it?
Are you still?
I agree.
So you agree to that?
I agree because sometimes in order, like you might never ever get to the bottom of it. So in order to diffuse the argument, just go ahead and be like, okay, like it is what it is. Just agree to it at that point. It depends on what it is.
Wow.
I'm gonna
this
put
is my first time ever hearing Jay say this.
I'm gonna put depend underneath agree.
This is Jay's first time of her saying
It depends
this.
on the situation.
Because me, on the other hand, even though sometimes, well, most of the time I be right, you know what I'm saying? I still have to be like, all right, you know what? I'm just going diffuse the situation. I'm just going.
Not to use my words.
You know what I'm saying? I'm using your vocabulary here so that you can understand the terms, but I have to diffuse the situation so that we can come together more
Okay.
so.
All right. So
I
mine
say
is agree/depend. Yeah.
Mine's agree.
All right. So the third one is liking pictures of the opposite gender is okay.
Liking pictures?
Of the opposite gender is okay. I say agree. Okay, you could strongly agree. Okay.
I strongly
Why you
agree
could
to that.
strongly agree?
I say strongly agree just because it's a simple fact. I feel like it's more so if somebody has a problem with it. Now, some people got their own opinions when it comes to this, but more so for my opinion, I feel like it's more so like an insecurity thing if you have a problem with your significant other liking another guy's picture because it's just a like. You know what I'm saying? It's just them liking the picture. It's nothing crazy. Now sliding in the DMs and all that extra stuff, that's something different. But as far as liking a post, I don't really take that too serious.
I feel like I agree, but at the same time I'm gonna say depend too because it just depends on like what the post is that my baby's liking. Like if it's somebody in like in a bikini and all that, then no, you're doing too much. Doing too much.
So for instance, if it was one of our friends, right, that we know,
right,
and they're out the country and they got a bikini on, and I just like the picture.
Well, I'm talking about, I'm referring to like a random person or somebody. Okay. But like as a friend, like I know what's going on between that situation, so it's like it's just a like. But with a random person and a girl, you know, bent all over and all that, no, that's where it comes in as depend. But I believe it's okay to like a, you know, opposite gender.
And I strongly agree.
And I agree.
The next question is, women start the arguments. Damn.
Gotta be honest.
I'm gonna go with disagree on that one.
And why you disagree?
And the only reason why I say disagree is because sometimes, I mean, I feel like, bruh, it's no way in the world that it could just literally be one person starting an argument every single time.
Especially when you're in a relationship.
No way.
Yeah, like relationships are not perfect. So
now, if we're saying who most likely is starting the Instagram, no, they're saying who is the person that starts the argument. That's the question. The question said women start the arguments.
Women start the arguments.
Start it. So when we're saying most likely or most of the time, then I'll probably say women start it.
But just women starting arguments, no, I disagree. It can be guys too. So.
Disagree on that one.
Disagree. It is okay to be friends with your significant other's friends. I'm going to put strongly agree, actually. Strongly agree. Because Stay got friends that I'm friends with. He got friends that I got friends that he's friends with. So I strongly agree with that.
I feel like
as long as there's boundaries set.
Yes, I was exactly what I was about to say. As long as there's boundaries and it's a respect level between your friends and your girlfriend to know that, okay, I respect this person, to not, you know what I'm saying, flirt with them or talk to them or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I just feel like you got to be boundaries in place, and if that's in place, then everything good. My opinion.
Strongly agree. Men should pay for all the dates.
I strongly disagree. Why you didn't put strongly disagree?
I disagree because, I mean, most of the time, men should be able to pay for it. But at the same time, like I say, it'd be cool every once in a while your girl pay for the dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, not every single time you gotta pay for the dinner. I know some people are born and raised and that's built in their head for them to just be like, okay, I gotta pay for the woman's dinner every single time. But especially once you've been in a relationship for a good amount of time, like years. You know what I'm saying? I understand maybe the first beginning of the relationship, your first date, second, third, maybe fourth. But like once you're in a relationship for years, I feel like your girl can pay for the date every now and then. You feel me? So I go with disagree.
I go with strongly disagree because sometimes it's okay to treat your man. Like your man don't always have to treat you every time. Like it's okay, to be like, babe, like let's go out to eat. Let's, I'll pay for it. It's all good. And like at the same time, you want to also be independent. So like you don't want to have to always depend on your man to take care of every single bill, every single, everything that involves like paying. You want to be independent with that at the same time. But at the same time, it go both ways to me. So that's why I strongly disagree.
I disagree on that one.
So the next question is, having friends with an opposite sex is okay. And that means before the relationship and, while in the relationship, you meeting people. I'm going to put agree. Yeah.
I'm about to go with agree. Okay.
Why you go with agree?
I go with agree because, for instance...
Because it seems like you was aiming for that disagree.
It could really go both ways with this, right? Now, I'll say agree, right? I wish it was a way for it. I pick up agree and disagree card at the same time because I agree now. If she been had friends that was guys, even from when we was first started talking, then I'll have to respect the fact that, okay, you've been already knowing this person. So I have to understand and respect that. Now, you just having guys out the blue, like we've been dating for this long, and then you just, okay, randomly guys are just trying to be your friend, and it's kind of like a boundary that needs to be set, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like it's more so an agree and disagree with that. But I'm going to go with agree as far as the whole question that you asked.
I don't think he agree, y'all. In my opinion, I feel like it's more of a disagree because it's the man thing, and which I can understand, because it can't, like, with guys, because for me...
If only I could do this.
For me, I had, trouble finding guy friends. That's why I don't even have guy friends now because, like, guy friends, they'll always end up liking me. And I'll, put them in the friend zone. So that's why I don't even attempt to meet guys or, like ask friends because it's just like I kind of know the outcome already from my past experiences. I don't have no interest in having guy friends because I already know how it goes.
That's why I say, if only I could sit here and do this.
But here you go.
No.
He disagree. Because disagree can mean
agree
like,
to disagree. That's why I feel like.
To disagree.
I feel like it's a agree. If you, like I said, if you've been already had that friend since from the get go, then I have to respect that, and I agree on that. You can have a friend at the same time that we started talking and started dating, and you've been already had that friend, and I agree to that. Now, just guys that are just popping out the woodworks. Like you just meeting them at the club and they want to be your friend, and I disagree on that.
But it goes both ways too. That just wasn't a question for girls. It's also for you too. Like I feel like, cause say he has friends that's girls before me and him even got into a relationship, which I end up becoming friends with his friends that are girls.
Yes.
But it's just like I feel the same way. Like in the relationship, while we're in the relationship, I just feel like it has to be boundaries set to make sure that nothing fishy is going on. Which I trust my baby. I 100% trust him. But it's just the other side is the problem.
Other side.
It's just the other side. And it's just like you don't want to, you just got to, it's risky with that. So I'll just rather not even make friends of the opposite gender. But if it was to come where I meet somebody that's genuinely wanting to be my friend, then I'll have to agree to it.
Cheating is unforgivable.
I could
agree. You picked up?
Agree.
Wait, hold on. Why is it not strongly agree?
Because I feel like even though me and Say, like we never ever had stepped out of a relationship, I just feel like with other people, some people actually have stepped out of the relationship and they're actually still together in long term. So I feel like it can be forgivable, but you just can't forget. It's a forgivable thing, but you just cannot forget it. Like you can't ever forget.
I was the type of person I am, man. It's one strike out. It's not 3 strikes out. It's one. Because I feel like once you give a person another chance, I feel like I feel like they'll, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I did it. Okay, I did it once and she accepted me. It may have been hard for her to accept it, But now it's like, damn, okay, I can do it again. So you gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like nah, bro. One strike you out of there. So I strongly agree on that.
I agree with my baby what he just said, but as far as like overall, I feel like it is a forgivable thing where people, other people in a relationship, they cheated before the significant other forgave them, and they're together, and they probably learned from their lesson. Like, oh, I'll never do it again. So it just depends on the person. Everybody has to be on one accord when you're in a relationship.
I'm strongly agreeing on that. And my answer stands.
Period. So women should know how to cook before getting into a relationship. We put both strongly, but it's different. So why you put strongly agree, baby?
I feel like women should at least know how to cook something. I'm not saying you just be a straight gourmet chef. I feel like for you to get prepared to even start the relationship, because I feel like men, that's one thing men like to do, you feel me? Like when a woman can cook some good food, that's a key to their heart. So I feel like strongly agreeing that pretty much they should be able to cook something. Now I feel like later on down the road in a relationship, you get to learning how to cook different things and you get better at certain cooking traits. But at least cook something. Cook be a pro chef at the breakfast at least.
Do I know how to cook, baby?
Yeah. And she even knew how to cook before when we first started talking. She knew how to cook. She wasn't a cook like how she is now.
There you go.
But she at least knew how to cook something when we met.
I feel like I strongly disagree and you got to listen to the question I asked. Do women have to know how to cook before getting into a relationship?
Yeah.
I strongly disagree because, if anything, you should be worried about, y'all connection, y'all energy. You shouldn't be worried about, can she cook? Can she do this? Like, I feel like that should come, a little later on in a relationship. I agree, honestly, because a woman can always learn how to cook. You missing out on having a good woman because she can't cook, then that's where it comes into play. Like, yeah, it's your loss because she was a good woman. You could have just waited. You feel me? You could have just waited till she got ready for that. She could have learned like why y'all was in a relationship. So I just strongly disagree because it's all about y'all connection, y'all energy with each other before getting into a relationship, not knowing if you can cook or not. I do think women should know how to cook something, but not before you get into a relationship. Like I don't think that's a requirement to be in a relationship. There's plenty of women that can't cook and they're in a relationship.
So let me say this. I feel like the women should know how to cook. I feel like a woman should know how to cook for herself before she knows how to cook for another person. You know what I'm saying? Because if she could be able to cook for herself and feed herself, then she could be able to feed another person.
Okay.
Because she's not going to sit there and if she can't cook and she's messing up the food that she's making, she's not going to eat her own food.
I still strongly disagree.
I agree. Strongly agree.
Disagree. It's okay to take breaks in relationships.
It's okay to take breaks.
I strongly disagree on that, mainly because sometimes breaks can be misinterpreted. Like, oh, we taking a break. The significant other could think, oh, okay, like we're still together, but we just taking time away from each other. While the other person, like, oh, we not together. I'm about to go out here and mess with 5 different girls or 5 different guys. So I just feel like, no. If you have a problem in a relationship and this is the person you want to be with for the rest of your life, work it out. Fix it. Don't just sit here and say, oh, let's take a break. That's the easy way out. No, don't do it.
I feel like it's you kind of giving up in a sense. And it's like you shouldn't want to give up on anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially your relationship. Especially if you in your mind think like, okay, this is the person I want to be with for the rest of my life.
Grow old together.
Exactly. Why would you think, okay, let me just give up for a month. Let me give up for a couple days or a week. And all right, we can try to see if this works. But I feel like I should talk it out and figure it out together instead of y'all splitting up and y'all trying to figure it out on y'all own.
I feel like breaks make things worse, not better, in my opinion. So.
Yep, strongly disagree.
Fix it. That's all I'm gonna say. Work it out. So the last question is flirting cheating? Why you looking? What? Hold on now. Why you strongly agree?
I still agree at the end of the day. I agree that flirting, you entertaining another person is kind of like you stepping out in a sense, is what I think. Like, you as a man, you should know, okay, if somebody's coming up to you, flirting with you, this, that, and the third, you should already know from the jump to just kind of stop it right there. Like, okay, no, I'm good on that. Okay, just appreciate it, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
So what about...
Not egging it on.
True. So what if, like, for example, because I seen someone say this, but like, so we're out, I'm out with like my girls, we have girls night or something, and someone come up and buy us a drink. And like, hey, like, can I buy you a drink? Do you think that is cheating? No. Cause I'm not like entertaining. Cause I'm not like, that happened to me before, where a guy came up to me while I was in the club with my girls. I'm minding my business. A guy was like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. I would love to buy you a drink."
Exactly.
And all I said was, "Thank you. You know, thank you so much." And if he was trying to, you know, drag it more, I'd be like, "I have a boyfriend. You know, but have a nice day."
And you just got a free drink.
Period. But yes, but you gotta be careful with stuff like that though, cause people be crazy.
Nah, that too. I ain't gonna lie.
Crazy. That's why I don't even go out like that.
If you looking at him, you know what I'm saying, watch the bartender make the drink or whatnot, and then he pass it to you, then good. But yeah, it's definitely some crazy people out here.
Alright, so we strongly agree. He agreed. But CJ fam, I hope y'all enjoyed today's movie. It was a pretty interesting
debate
video. Yeah, debate. We didn't really argue. You feel me? We was mainly, you know, agreeing to disagree on some of the stuff. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let us know what you guys think of today's movie.
And some of the questions, if y'all got different opinions,
list them down
what
below.
We said, y'all spam them down below.
We are open to hearing all of you guys' opinions. This is a no judgment zone. Okay. But we cannot end this movie off without post notification shout out. First note goes out to prettynia._. She said, "I love watching them. #Team J." I know that's right. But thank you so much for supporting us.
You need to go and get on Team Say though.
It's Team J.
Second post notification shout out goes to Renee Miranda. Thank you so much for supporting and we love you so much.
We love you. But CJ fam, without further ado,
Say and Jay is out of here.
See y'all in our next movie.
Watch us vibe out to them. Watch us just like Blu-ray. Have a good time. They so in love with us. No, they ain't dubbing us. Just hit subscribe and vibe out. We got bangers, they never die.